Meanwhile, I know that we're all keenly looking forward to hearing from our special guests. As you can see, we have on stage Dr. G.R. Chintala and Mr. Hitendra Dave. I now take the pleasure of inviting the esteemed guest of honor for this evening, Mr. G.R. Chintala, for the keynote address. Please put your hands together and give a warm welcome.
Good evening to all. It's a pleasure to be with all of you. First of all, I'm thankful to Access for not bringing the disruption in giving the awards. Disruption earlier we used to use a negative connotation, but today it has become a positive connotation. But definitely, despite the pandemic, actually Vipin ji and his team continue to give this kind of awards because this is an encouragement to the people working in this field without caring for their lives, without caring for their health. And we know that quite a lot of people, particularly the foot soldiers of this microfinance sector, had suffered a lot during this pandemic, but still they could deliver quite a lot of money to the people who are in need. Being the sectoral builder, NABARD is there in this field for the past maybe 40 years we're working, but in the kind of SHG and the microfinance for the past 30, 35 years. We have seen quite a lot of a development that had taken place in this microfinance. What started with just maybe fooling the women who were otherwise not bankable, who cannot offer any kind of a collateral securities to the banker, and the bankers were reluctant to open their accounts. The entire scenario had changed ever since the pilot project on SHG started, which gave birth to this microfinance industry. And now today, this industry is such a huge, huge one. Now, sometime back, somebody in the power echelons has asked me, what is the scope of this microfinance industry in the country? It's not microfinance industry, it's not MFI alone. It is the entire microfinance as a sector. Actually, I was telling, today we have just scratched the surface. If I really look into the entire scoping, actually, which we have done internally, we have close to around 1,400 million people in this country, of which 50% are women, that is 700 million. And despite all the efforts made by every one of us, we could cover only 100 million so far, and still another 500 to 600 million are left out. Even if you net out maybe children or the old, at least another 400 million are available to be brought into this kind of a net. That means actually we still have a 4x scope with regard to the volume. And with regard to the money, actually the other day actually I was discussing, actually Hitendra Dave also for quite some time we discussed, and with others also. What is the minimum level of money required for some woman to start a reasonably good enterprise, which makes her, gives her a profit of maybe around 5,000 or 6,000 rupees a month? Actually, if I look into the entire statistics that is going around, and also the requirement of a small micro enterprise, I think they require minimum 40 to 50,000 rupees to start a reasonably good and decent enterprise. But even today, when I look into the statistics, actually we compiled the microfinance yearbook from the NABARD side. The average loan given to a woman right now on the SHG or the microfinance is not more than around 19,000 to 20,000 rupees. That means still another 2.5 to 3x of scope is available with regard to the quantum. So now if you multiply this 4 into 3x, that is around 12x. And today the industry is approximately 1 lakh crores is the SHG loan, another 1.5 lakh crores is the microfinance MFI industry. That means around 2.5. Multiply 2.5 into 12, I think the scope is somewhere around 20, 25 lakh crores. Actually, this is the entire scope of this microfinance as a sector. And if we look into really how we are going to do it, if the country is going to that $5 trillion economy any day in the next 4 or 5 years, this 50% of the population who are otherwise kept away from contributing to the economic growth of this nation should be the partners in this progress. If that is the case, the time has come for all the institutions to beef up the entire loaning to these people. And also, as Kamthji was telling, that now a mechanism is available to see the creditworthiness of the people. It can be the digital transactions, it can be the aggregator kind of a work, and also maybe few other things like social media kind of an aggregation, the news and other things. Actually, if all these things are taken into account, I think creating a credit history of these people is going to be a much easier thing and a reality that has already come. And also, I was reading somewhere, I think today in the morning when I was in the flight, I was reading a paper. They said that Bangladesh had made a tremendous progress with regard to keep making women as the contributors of their growth. They say that in the entire Asian nations, I think Bangladesh employs almost close to 35% of women in the formal and the semi-formal sectors, as against, I think, 20-24% of the rest of the Asia. So this is the one which is making quite a lot of a difference with regard to contributing to the health of the society, health of the children, and also to the economic progress. If that is the measure which we have to take, I think now the time has come for all of us to involve more and more women, put money in their hands, make them to do a better enterprise, contribute to the prosperity of their enterprise to the nation. And that is going to make this society much better, healthier. Children will become educated, and that is going to be the Sunera Bharat that we are all dreaming of. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.